In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to do the 4-ball cascade. It's always bothered me that there's no real 4-ball cascade besides the one I just showed you, but I just discovered that one recently. I remember when I first started learning 4 balls, I was very disappointed because I used to show people. And I'd show people that I was really just doing this, and they'd say that I was cheating, which is pretty disturbing to me, because I could tell that it was much harder than 3 balls, and I could explain it to them logically, but it still looked like it was easy. So I spent a long time trying to find a cool 4-ball trick that would sort of make up for the lack of cascade. I settled on Mills Mess and stuff like that, which is cool, but it's very difficult. So I was always kind of sad there's no like basic 4-ball cascade that is legitimate to viewers. Recently I was delighted when I found this strange pattern, which essentially does make a legitimate 4-ball cascade. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you today. This pattern essentially consists of doing 4 throws from a crossed arm position, like so. Sorry, that was kind of ugly, like so. And then 4 throws from a regular position, like so. And you just keep alternating back and forth. Now, the first difficult thing to do is the throws from crossed arm position. For some reason, this took me a really long time to figure out. So just start from here. You're going to want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and just catch them back in this position. I found this was a good practicing point. What you really want to watch out for is to make sure that your balls don't go just upwards and all hit each other like this. You want to try to keep your throws nicely arced and clean. You should really kind of feel them gel together when you get it properly. So practice that for a while. And then, once you've gotten that down, you can start tossing them back in. But of course you have to catch your throws from the regular position back in the crossed arm position. So we're going to go come out, go back. The most difficult thing about this trick is coordinating your throws to be similar from this position and from this position, because it should look like a continuous stream of cascade throws to the viewer. So it's going to take a lot of practice to round out your outside throws so that they look the same as these throws, and also to round out your regular throws. I found that one of the big trip-up points for me is when I get back to this position, I'm like, oh, that's easy. I go like this, and it ends up being very narrow and tall. Those sort of straight throws come back to bite me, because when I try to do my cross-arm throws, they run into the ones that I threw from this position. So again, just try to really concentrate, once you've gotten this part down, on making sure that these throws are also very reliable and look nicely curved, as mine aren't really. Now with this pattern, it's also important to maintain the rhythm very carefully, because in actuality, your hands are separated, even though it may not look like it. You'll notice that my hands only ever touch 2 of the balls. There's no actual crossing over, only your arms cross over. Given that reality, it is possible for you to end up kind of disjointed, ending up like this, and going back like this. And you can kind of tell that the pattern will end up looking stilted. I can't really demonstrate it that well, but it'll stop looking like a constant flow, and it'll look like you're just kind of throwing 2 at a time, and you'll feel that as well. In order to avoid that, it's important to try to keep all the throws about the same height so they don't cut off rhythm. So try to be really accurate with that. So there's that low throw there. And you won't get disjointed later on. I should also mention, just for fun, on my quest for the 4-ball cascade, that you can just do a 5-ball cascade with 1 ball missing. It's very awkward because you have a pause there where the 5th ball should be. So it's kind of hard to juggle. And it doesn't look very pretty. But that's kind of a 4-ball cascade. And also, of course, the most effective one is just not to bring your hands apart. If you really force them close together and make your throws kind of wide, you'd be surprised at how much it can look like you're doing cascade throws. This is essentially the same effect, if not better, than the complex one I just taught you, especially for non-juggling audiences. So just keep your hands together when you're doing 4. Hopefully no one will accuse you of cheating.